Hello guys, my name is Mozum. I handle the pre-sales for SonicWall at Redington Value, Dubai. We are going to talk about next generation firewall today. Before we actually jump into the next generation firewall from SonicWall, let us first understand what comprises of a next generation firewall. So the basic components of a firewall we all know is to detect and protect. But a next generation firewall goes a step ahead, and it identifies, it categorizes, as well as it defines control to the network traffic that you have. So let's jump into the solution that SonicWall offers on the next generation firewall. So if you have a look at the board out here, I mean, I've tried to draw a simple layout. We have specific applications which run on the network. You could have Salesforce, which is used by sales guys, for the day-to-day CRM tools. You have SAP, which is of course a productive application. You have BitTorrent. I mean, in one corner of the room, you have certain IT guys trying to download some stuff. You have Facebook, Skype, and Oracle. Now, these would probably be the applications that run on your network. And you, as a network administrator or an IT manager, you want to define and you want to control these applications in a way that you get quality of service, you get prioritization on traffic, you get bandwidth access, allowing certain applications to run and not allowing certain applications to run on the basis of users or groups. So next generation firewall, as I mentioned before, it can identify, it can categorize, and it can define control. So the concept here is the firewall is capable of understanding Web 2.0 traffic. As you all know that most of the traffic nowadays, be it Facebook, be it Twitter, be it Skype, be it even, for example, SAP, they work on Web 2.0 technology. So the appliance or the firewall should be intelligent enough to differentiate the traffic, to understand the signature of the application, and provide control or provide bandwidth prioritization to specific application based on the signatures. So here we have a next generation firewall which would identify, of course, first the applications and define or categorize them on the basis of users. So for example, Salesforce, SAP, and Oracle, which could probably be productive, you have Facebook and Skype. Of course, I mean, the sales or the marketing team would really find Facebook and Skype informational or productive. So you can define them as informational, whereas BitTorrent traffic would be completely unacceptable, on a network which has to work without any interference. Of course, the IT division would really want to have access to file sharing and other stuff, but then they could do that on a separate network altogether. So the objective of next generation firewall again has been met. So we have the next generation firewall which will understand the traffic, it has the signatures inbuilt, it will segregate the applications on the basis of users. So probably the sales guys or the managers would be having access to Salesforce, SAP, and Oracle at probably a better bandwidth. You have Facebook, Skype. You could limit the bandwidth to a bare minimum. You could say, okay, less amount of bandwidth can be shared for this kind of traffic, whereas BitTorrent, the application, is completely unacceptable and not allowed. That's the function of the next generation firewall. I hope you have found this session quite informative. You can get back to us in case of any doubts. Thank you very much.